Resistance training for beginners. So if you knew nothing about how to start lifting weights, how to increase muscle mass, how would you start? So today's talk is really aimed at beginners. So if you need to refresh what's on the talk, you can just go on this blog called Beginner's Guide to Resistance Training. There's also a video called Exercise to Reverse Diabetes on my YouTube channel, which will be a useful refresher as well. Why do you even need to build muscle? Well, it's really important for a few things. It's really important for metabolic health because your muscles store glycogen, which is storage of energy, but that's something which takes up sugar, takes up calories. The more muscle you have, the less calories you will have getting stored as body fat, and particularly metabolically dangerous visceral fat. And it works both ways. You have more muscle, you'll have less fat. You have less muscle, you have more fat. The other aspect is metabolism. When you're exercising, you're burning calories for say half an hour, but when you have more muscle, you will be burning calories 24 hours a day. And that's because it takes up a lot of calories to build muscle, but it also takes up calories to maintain muscle as well. They're metabolically expensive tissue. Thirdly, there's a really close correlation between muscle mass and independence. If you picture that person in a nursing home, sitting on a chair, perhaps in a soiled diaper, waiting for someone for hours to lift them off their chair and take them to the bathroom or to change them, compared to another person of the same age who is independent, walking, going for a hike. The primary difference between those two people is strength and muscle mass. And the person who cannot get off the chair has lost the muscle. The person who is able to be independent has maintained muscle. And so muscle is extremely important to maintain quality of life. And there are some people who would make an argument that the more muscle you have better quality of life, but it might not affect your longevity, but that's not true either. One of the biggest complications of losing muscle is having a fall and, for example, breaking your hip. And very few people know that the 6-month survival after a hip fracture is worse than cancer. Almost half the people who fall and break their hips have died within 6 months. And they'll have died because of a variety of reasons. They might have died because of a blood clot or perhaps some other complication such as pneumonia, aspiration, etc. But it's just a sign of general frailness. And so lacking muscle not only reduces quality of life, it also reduces longevity, and it has a huge impact on independence later in life as well. So